Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Evase and today I've created this bridesmaid's makeup look just to inspire anyone out there who is looking to get married and is just trying to find some wedding inspo. I know that a lot of weddings are taking place now that the lockdown restrictions have been lifted here in the UK. So even though weddings are going to be probably smaller than what people have imagined, they can still be beautiful and fun. So this makeup look is very pinky toned, pinky mauve toned, and I've got some glitter on my eyelids, bit of a smoky eye, nudie pink lip. So I think it's a look that will suit most skin tones, and you could wear it with pretty much any color of bridesmaid's dress. So I'm wearing pink today, but I would happily wear this with a blue dress, green, purple, black as well, even peachy tones. I'm not sure about peachy tones, but yeah, I think it would suit most colors anyways. So please keep on watching to learn how to create this look, and as usual, don't forget to subscribe, to like, and do drop me a comment down below. Eyebrows are done. I'm going to start by putting some concealer onto my upper eyelids. This is the Jouer Essential Coverage Foundation Concealer, I meant to say. So putting that all on, and then I'm just going to go in with a Crown 457 brush and blending that all in. To stop that concealer from creasing, I'm going to go in with some translucent powder, and I'm just going to set that with a fluffy brush, and this just ensures that the foundation, why do I keep saying foundation? It ensures that the concealer stays put and the eyeshadows that you put on top does not crease. So I completely forgot that the camera was not recording. All I did was I put the pink shade into my crease. I think it's called Supreme actually. Now I'm going to go in and do the eyeshadows. So I'm starting off with the shade Lituation, and then I'm just going to pop that onto my lid. And this is a very interesting shade, which I would describe it very well. I would say it's kind of mauve-y, but it's got like purpley pink brown undertones. I really don't know what color it is, but it looks amazing, I think, on pretty much any skin tone. It's very unusual. I really like it. So once the color is on, I'm going to turn the brush sort of on its side and just use that very gently to blend it into that transition shade. And then for more of a blend, I'm going to go back in with that MAC 224 brush. I haven't put on any more product on it, so it's still got that pink eyeshadow on, and I'm just gently diffusing that all over, so the junction between where my eyelid ends and my transition area begins. I do tend to take my eyeshadows up a lot higher than my natural crease, just because I've got a huge space between. This is where my natural crease is, so I always go above it, otherwise it just doesn't look balanced. Obviously tailor this to suit your eye shape. It's time for some glitter. So I'm using this eye candy glitter. It's in the shade Double Bubble. It's a really cute pink. So I'm not going to do like really pack on the glitter. I sort of more just want a sprinkling, so you get that shimmer that catches the eye. Well, that catches the light actually. So I'm going to go in with the NYX glitter primer. I'm just popping some of that on the back of my hand. And then I'm just using a brush. This is it's actually a pink brush that I picked up from, I think it's from The Works. It's like a craft store here in the UK. And all I'm doing is putting some of that glitter primer onto the brush. Then I'm dipping it into the glitter and then just very gently dabbing that just gently on that eyeshadow. Now I'm going to smoke out the outer corners of my eyes. So I'm going in with the shade Credit, which is that chocolate brown color. This is a fluffy Morphe blending brush, and I'm just going to pack that onto the outer third of my upper eyelid. Then I'm using a MAC 224 brush just to blend it all together. I want it a little bit smokier, so I'm going to go in with just the black from the Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered palette. Just dabbing it on just a little bit on that outer bit. Then just to blend that out, I'm using that same brush that I applied that dark brown color with, and it just helps to soften the edges of that black so it's not too intense. As usual, I'm lining my eyes with the Inglot AMC gel liner. It's super black, which is why I absolutely love it. I usually just pop some on the back of my hand. Then I go in with a MAC, I think this is a 210 brush, to draw a wing. Well, actually no, I'm not doing a wing today. Yeah, I don't think this look needs a wing, so I'm just going to come up close to the camera and just do short strokes. And then just sort of to hide the edges of the eyeshadow, I'm just going to go in again with some black eyeshadow and just pop that on the edge to just smoke it out and blend it in a bit so it's just not so obvious. Alright, let me put on my lashes and I'll be right back. Right, lashes are on. I've got quite a bit of fallout of glitter on my face, so I'm just going to use a face wipe and clean that off. It's the thing with glitter that no matter how much I try, it just likes to go everywhere. I'm just going to pop on a bit of moisturizer now, just because I've taken off all my skincare products that I had. This is just Embryolisse. So I'm just going to prime my skin now using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop primer. Popping this on the T-zones of my face. I've already got on the Bev Minerals Bare Pro primer all over my face. So the Can't Stop Won't Stop is super mattifying, so I'm just putting that on the areas where I tend to get very oily, and that's my T-zone. And then using a dry beauty blender, I'm just going to pop on some translucent powder just to set that primer, just in the areas where I tend to get super oily during the day. And obviously this is makeup for a wedding, and as a bridesmaid your job is to look after the bride, so you want to be sure that your makeup is going to last all day with minimal touch-ups so that you can do your job and look after the bride. Been to weddings where bridesmaids just did nothing, and there's nothing that frustrates me more. I'm one of those bridesmaids that will work. I will do the work and be there because I'm repping for the bride, you know. That's why you're there. Some bridesmaids are just there to be seen and look good. Yeah, you need to know your friends really when you're picking bridesmaids. Just as an extra layer of insurance, I'm going to go in with my NYX Matte Finishing Spray. I'm spraying this all over, and it's just going to control the oil a little bit more so that my makeup lasts all day. I generally do this in summer months because I just get oily no matter what I do, but I find that with primer, powder, and then setting spray before I put on my foundation, it really locks everything in place. So my foundation, as usual at the moment, I'm loving the Bare Minerals Bare Pro in the shade Truffle, and I'm using a foundation mixer. This is by NYX, just to make it slightly darker because it's a little bit too light for my skin tone. So I use the back of my hand as a palette. Pop that foundation on, starting with the center of my face, and just stippling it in first of all, just over the areas where I put the powder down so that you don't lift it off, because if you start rubbing, you're going to take that powder off. And then also my forehead. And it's always good to just start with the center of the face first and then blend outwards. So once that's down, I can start spreading this outwards a little bit more. It's concealer time. I'm using the usual Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, Instant Anti-Age Eraser. I'll never say that right. I'm just going to call it Rewind. That's just what I want to call it. I'm going to actually put some contour down, and this is just the L'Oreal Infallible Stick Foundation in the shade Espresso. Using a MAC 188 stippling brush, I'm just going to use that to blend it all in. And by doing this, I'm just going to get a bit more coverage out of my concealer because I'm giving it time to dry down. Tip I learned from the amazing Jackie AINA, who I think taught us all how to do our makeup. Bit to the jaw, just blending that down. I'm going to go in with the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Fawn, just to brighten up a bit, especially under my eyes, because this foundation just is not quite as bright as I want it. Just using a damp beauty blender to do this. Right, I'm going to go back in with my foundation brush and just blend around the edges of where concealer meets foundation so that there are no harsh edges. Once I'm happy, I'm gonna set everything with translucent powder. Okay, so powder is down. Now because my nose gets super oily, I'm going to bake a little bit. So at this point, my battery for my sound recording completely died. Super annoying. So I'm just going to voice over from now on. Anyways, I'm applying my powder for the rest of my face. I'm using a Real Techniques powder brush for this. So everywhere else that I didn't put down concealer is basically where I'm powdering. And then I just removed that excess powder I used to bake with a small brush. Then I'm going back to the powder brush, squeezing it and just putting powder down either side of my nose just to very gently contour it. And then I'm bronzing up my face. I'm using a Real Techniques multitasking brush, and I'm just going over all the areas where I put down that cream contour just to accentuate it again, because sometimes once you put face powder on, you just kind of lose the strength of your bronzer or contour. And then contouring the top part of my nose. Then I'm finishing off my lower lash line. I'm using that same dark brown color that I used to smoke out my upper eyelid, and I'm using a smudge brush. And then I went in with that first pink color I used for my transition shade on a MAC 224 brush, and I'm just smoking out that brown color. And then moving on to mascara. Because it's the wedding, it's always a good idea to use waterproof mascara, but this mascara doesn't really budge. I really like it. It's super black and very affordable too. And then I'm using what's called an individual eyelash applicator just to blend my real lashes with the falsies. I'm just using that to apply mascara because I just find it easier. And then I'm highlighting my face using a pinkish color highlighter, and this is a small MAC 224 brush just on all the high points of my face. And I also like to go just underneath my brows just to make my eyebrows pop a little bit more. And then I'm using a Crown C522 brush to apply my blush. This is actually an eyeshadow that I use as a blush. These days I hardly buy blushes, I just use eyeshadow. And then I'm lining the perimeter of my lips using a brown lip pencil by MAC. Then I'm going in with a lighter pink lip pencil called WHIRL to the inner part of my lips just to give a bit more dimension. Then I went in with a cream lipstick by Huda Beauty. It's sort of like a mauve-pink shade to finish off the look. And I'm just using a Q-tip to get rid of a speck of mascara. A quick tip, let it dry first. If ever you make a mistake with mascara, give it about 5 minutes and then flake it off. And now I'm just spraying my face with a matte finishing spray just to seal everything in so it doesn't budge. And then I just felt that I needed a little bit of highlighter just in the inner corners of my eyes. So I wet my brush first with fixing spray just so it popped a bit more. So that is the look all done. I'm just trying to get the bobby pins at the back to keep my hair in place. I really like this whole Hollywood glam kind of look. Anyways, I hope that you learned something from this video and that you enjoyed watching it. If you do recreate this look, send me a picture. I'd love to see it recreated. Anyways, have an amazing day, and oh, stay tuned because I'm looking forward to doing a bridal makeup look probably in another couple of weeks. I'm just waiting for the outfit that I ordered to arrive, so I'm really excited for that. All right, take care of yourselves. See you soon. Bye.